Hey guys, it's Miss Cáceres. I'm back. So today we're going to be talking about our class project for this week. We are going to be working on dioramas. Now, there are two ways that you guys can present your diorama. One way is by using wikihow.com. It'll teach you and show you instructions, step-by-step instructions on how to make a diorama. Now, you basically need a lot of planning first. So you're going to make a list of items you'll need and gather all the supplies that you would need for your diorama. Though the items you'll need depend on the concept or theme, you might want molding clay, construction paper, glue, scissors, paint, a paintbrush, markers, felt, fabric scraps. You may also want miniatures like figures or furniture, found objects like rocks and twigs, and printed pictures or magazine pages. You can look through your local arts and crafts store to find everything you need. One thing I can tell you will need is a shoebox. You will definitely be needing a shoebox. And remember that we're focusing on 3 different stories that we've read from HMH literature. We've read Rogue Wave, we've read Thank You Ma'am, and we also read The Flight of Icarus. So whichever of those stories you've chosen, you should go thinking about the scene that you want to do. And when I mean that, I mean to make a rough sketch of your ideal diorama. This is a rough sketch of someone's diorama of what they want it to look like. So it can give you, an idea of what you're trying to do. You can look for inspiration online. You can go to Pinterest or YouTube. Sketch out what you want the diorama to look like, including the background and foreground. Think of the composition of the piece and the layout of all the figures. For instance, if you were going to make a 1950s diner, you would include, poodle skirts and jeans and leather jackets. You also want to make sure that the miniatures will be appropriate to the scale of the rest of the diorama. What does that mean? You're not going to put a figure that's too big inside of your scene because it will definitely stand out in a bad way. You might need styrofoam balls of different sizes, paint, hot glue gun, fishing line if you're recreating a solar system. But in this case, we're doing literature. And, if you were doing a nature diorama, you would collect flowers, berries, leaves, and seeds like that. Okay, we already have our concept or theme. In this case, we're focusing on one of those 3 stories that we talked about. You can research a little bit more about it online. You might even find examples of other dioramas that you can use inspiration for. Your container, shoebox, we've talked about that. If you want to use something bigger than a shoebox, that's fine. I've had students who've created this huge diorama and not using a shoebox, but actually using something even bigger with more space. Now, you want to build your scene. What does that mean? You want to go part by part. You don't want to rush trying to do it all at once. So the first thing you should focus on is creating your background. Know what your background is once you have your scene made. Once you know what your scene is, like you've made your decision, of your scene, then you'll be able to start working on your background. So as you can see, this person chose a night sky, mountains, and moonlight. So it looks very nice, starry, as you can see. Now, build up the ground or landscape. So you're going to focus now on the bottom part, your ground or landscape of your diorama, and you're going to go building upon that or on that. After that, you might want to focus on a realistic scene. You want it to look very realistic as much as you can. You have to space out your items from the top and the bottom to make sure that, they're visually appealing, that they fit inside of your shoebox. You want to lay everything out, but wait for it to glue down until you're sure that those are where you want the things to be. So don't put something where you don't want it and then won't be able to remove it again, then you'll probably ruin your whole project. So do kind of drafts of what you want it to look like. Set up the miniatures if it's possible. If you're going to use miniatures, then set them up. Okay? The next thing you should think about is glue everything down when you're happy with how it's arranged. Once you have it in the order that you like it or the way it looks is appealing to you, then that's when you're going to make the decision to glue it down. So this is how you would do if you want to make a physical diorama. wikihow.com can help you with that. Now, if you guys want to do a digital diorama, here's how. You would go to tinkercad.com right here, tinkercad.com, and you'll sign up. It's completely free. And as you can see, it's a digital diorama, so you won't need any physical materials. You'd be able to do everything online. Materials that you will need is a computer mouse, because using just the touchpad on your laptop might be a little harder than you think. Internet, Tinkercad, as I told you, free and easy to set up app. You can download the app as well. Also, let me get to that. So here it is. Step 1, getting started with Tinkercad. Here is all the instructions that you would need to use Tinkercad. Tinkercad. You get started here, then you go through the 3D gallery. There are a few videos explaining Tinkercad for you. There's also some printing. Now, planning your design. You want to think about how you want to design this. Building the base and the walls. The good thing about this website is it gives you step-by-step instructions of how you have to do this. Every step is very clear. They make you do practices, and that way you'll know exactly what you have to do. Also, there are DIY videos on YouTube where you just put digital diorama Tinkercad, and it'll give you a bunch of different videos to help you understand how you can build your digital diorama. And it looks really cool, you guys. I've seen a couple of examples. Like I said, there are a lot of videos here that can help you out. It'll explain in detail exactly how to create your digital diorama. So I don't know in the end what you guys are going to choose, if you're going to go for the digital or if you're going to go for the classic physical one. I can't wait to see what your choices are. Well, that's it for me, guys. Enjoy your day. I'll see you next time. Have fun making your dioramas or your digital dioramas. Bye.